highly promoting not just branding, but say, for instance, marketing your other services on a custom bag. It seems, kind of like, yeah, whatever. They get the bag and they throw it away. Okay. But just as people discussed on your podcast over and over again, you can't just dispense pills. You've got to be doing other services. Okay. So my question is, how do they know you offer point of care? How do they know you offer clinical services? How do they know you offer immunization? So, if you make a nice looking bag, everyone's invested in their websites, their logo, things like that. So why don't you just put that on a bag and have it a clean looking bag? We can print QR codes to get to your refill app, to RX Local, to whatever. That helps with their workflow on the back end, right? So we just kind of promote that. It's just a small upcharge from buying a generic bag. So anyway, that's one thing we definitely always promote at trade shows is, different ways of, helping them grow their business. It costs them like an extra $10 extra a month to upgrade from a generic bag to their logo bag. So again, they've invested in all these other things. Why wouldn't you market that to your services? Well, how many of your customers walk straight into the counter, get their prescription, and walk straight back out? They may not know you offer a vitamin program. Right. You guys do all the services that they may offer out there.
What are some of the this makes me go down a little bit of a different path then. What's some of the more creative things you've seen and done with some of these pharmacies?
On as far as a custom bag?
Yeah, as far as like either custom bags or custom anything when it comes to the print side of the house.
Sure. So on the labels, as you know, you're very limited. The software companies tend to take up all the space right on the labels.
I know, we really do. We kind of bogart it all.
Not the software, it's the states and whatever their guidelines are.
Yeah. So, on your traditional label, you've got like 3/8 of an inch of a space at the top to fit your logo in there. So if someone puts this intricate logo on their website and everywhere, and they're like, I put that on my label. It's like, well, we got 3/8 of an inch. It's kind of, we'll do our best. Or do you have an alternate linear logo? That sort of a thing. So on the label side, you're more limited in what you can or can't do. But on the bags, we can do 4-color print. We're not process printing, but we do 4 colors. We can print on the back, print on the sides. Again, add QR code. So it just depends. Sometimes depends on how creative the pharmacist or their art person is that they hired, that they did with their logo. So we, of course, have our own art department, but oftentimes they're really, that's their baby. They bought into it. They bought these new fancy colors and they like everything about it. And, sometimes we have to let them know that, you could print your fancy logo. It looks great on your website or on a business card because that's a different printing process. But when you're doing spot color print on a bag, we can't always, match it exactly. But, we always send them a proof. And what do you think? So, really what we're promoting, you asked what's new or what's different. Again, it goes back to the QR code and just promoting their alternate services. And that may vary by pharmacy. So, really we're pumped on the QR code because we want people to use their retail app, which creates time for their staff, right? Everyone's talking about labor and, how do I cut back costs? Well, labor is one key way to cut back costs.
Nice. I remember you did a cap sticker, which I thought was pretty cool. For some of that stuff as well.
Yeah. So we're doing that a little bit. And so these are, we just call them vial cap labels. So they'll fit on anyone's vials, not just ours, but you name your vial company. And the idea started with more about kind of, again, saving some of those phone calls back to the pharmacy or working with workflow. So like they're just circular labels. They're about 1 1/8 inch. So our two most popular ones are same drug, new look, and this is your last refill. So the same drug, new look is, I'm certain your software prints auxiliary label, says this medication may look different color, etc. But we all know not everyone reads those, right? And so what happened is Mrs. Jones gets home and then she calls Mark. Yeah, Mark, this pill is blue. It used to be red. What's up? Oh, Mrs. Jones, no, that's the same pill, whatever. Okay, so now you just took 1-2 minutes out of your day to explain that. Where the same drug, new look label, they just put it right on top of the vial cap. And, you can't miss that thing. It's like looking you right in the face, right? So it says same drug, new look. So you know right away, okay, I'm at ease. It's just a different generic kind of a thing. Then the other one is our last refill label where, again, someone comes in with an empty vial and says, okay, Mark, I need you to fill this. And maybe they don't understand the workflow behind the pharmacy. Okay, we have to contact a physician. We need to get refill authorization. We can't do this in 5 minutes kind of a thing. So it's just a little reminder for them.
You need to make your appointment with your doctor.
Yes. So that was just some basic stuff we're doing. We are trying to launch the next level of that where we are going to print, because we have digital printing capabilities at our Arizona facility, which these labels now can have QR codes. They can be more specific for branding. They can talk about immunizations, things like that. So all we're doing now is we can do the labels. Now we have to figure out a way to apply them with a sensor on top of the caps as they're going through our press. So we're dialing that in. We've been working on it for a while, so I'm hoping to launch that by NCPA. So you asked what's new. I always hate to kind of say what's coming and then I can't
not
show
deliver.
up with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.